It's not just the Zod, the gun. It's first the energy, the spirit. I always said as long that this spirit will wave in our life, no one will defeat the spirit. But I told them, listen, you're the officer, you're the commander. It's your choice, but I'm ready. And I'm sure it's going to be uplifting. Everyone will see it. And we need now to show the spirit. I from the first beginning, I understand that I had a mission.
I knew you were doing it for your soldiers, but I can tell you as someone living in America, to see that the soldiers and people in Israel were so strong after having endured such a crazy tragedy, it really was inspiring, because in many cases people would be depressed and not really able to function, and to see people on the front lines really excited and promoting Judaism was incredible. Noam Buskila.
Daniel Mel.
That's an intro. For those who don't know you, that means you probably haven't been on Instagram or haven't seen the Jewish music space since October 7th. Let's start before October 7th. What were you doing with music before October 7th, before you put on the uniform and started playing for the world, in addition to actually defending Israel?
So for the past 20 years, for living, I'm a singer. I live in Tzfat, and the one who knows Tzfat, the magical city of Kabbalah, Rizal, Lecha Dodi, Hasidish, Baal Shem Tov, Vitebsker. We just celebrated yesterday at Kislev. Rabbi Menachem Mendel Vitebsk. His first station was Tzfat in 1777 when he came to Israel. So in Tzfat, I did a beautiful production of Bar Mitzvah, musical parade, klezmer, guitar, clarinet, drums, leading Bar Mitzvah boy through the alleys to the ancient synagogues in Tzfat. That's what I did for 20 years. Music, but music with the Judaism vibe. Very special. Very
Heart, soul.
just heart. This is Tzfat. This is also part of my neshama. To bring the music through the values, through the, Bar Mitzvah. It's once in a lifetime event. It's a milestone. You must make it the most meaningful on the meaningful way you can do.
So you were doing that. You have beautiful wife and children at home. October 7th, I'm guessing you were home.
Yeah. We stayed by my sister in Neria, which is in Binyamin, Samaria.
Okay, so you were there, and all of a sudden you get a red alert, sirens, things are going crazy. I'm assuming you got called up to your reserve unit. You brought your guitar right with you?
Yeah.
It's kind of an Israeli thing, right? When you're, because I know like Bob Dylan back in the day when he came and was jamming with the soldiers. So it's an Israeli thing. When you're in reserves, you're bringing your guitar.
Yes. By the way, so many soldiers brought their instruments with them. Either if it's flute or guitar or violin, I saw clarinet, I saw everything. I think this is what's so beautiful about Judaism and the Jewish people and Israel, that we are all inspired by King David HaMelech. It's not just the Zod, the gun. It's first the energy, the spirit. I always said as long that this spirit will wave in our life, no one will defeat the spirit.
So what was the first movie you put together? Obviously everyone's in shock. I'm sure that you lost family and friends.
I lost two cousins.
What were their names?
Cousin, Yarden Buskila, my second cousin, who got murdered on the Nova Festival. And his parents found him just 4 days after. Hamas, Imach Shimam, burned his body. And Yorai Cohen is also my relative. He got killed on the Sha'ar HaNegev junction. He was a Yamam soldier for an ambush. Hamas did a crazy ambush there.
I believe that Avram Hankin was also there with him.
Yeah, I think I got killed with him.
Yeah, so
I almost sure.
Shout out to Racheli, amazing. The whole Hankin family, amazing people.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
And 27 friends I lost since October 7th that I knew. Some of them were close to me, some of them I just knew, but we lost so many friends. But since day one, you remember, because you are a big deal in Israel with your help. That's how we got to know each other also. You know how much people, not just me as a soldier, all of the Jewish people all of a sudden just got a wake-up call. Come on, it's a wartime. And we were there, boots on the ground, and I came to Lebanon because I'm a paratrooper and my division is the division of the North. And we were there, and I brought my guitar with me, and my friends knows me because everyone now say my unit served 420 days since October 7. I did less because I traveled the world. And we were there. Everyone knows me because the guitar. And then this first story, the first video I posted was Ori's bar mitzvah, which also think about it, Daniel. A war, fire attack, all the time, non-stop firing from Lebanon. And my commander, one of my commanders came to me, Eli, he lives in Efrat, said, Noam, it was October 8th, Sunday. We were there. And told me, Noam, my son is going to celebrate his bar mitzvah. Did Thursday, October 11. And I said, so what do you want? I said, what am I going to do? Everyone canceled. I said, bring him. Bring Ori.
So he brought his family.
And they weren't sure because it was too crazy to bring him to the border. But I told them, listen, you're the officer. You're the commander. It's your choice, but I'm ready. And I'm sure it's going to be uplifting. Everyone will see it. And we need now to show the spirit. I from the first beginning, I understand that I had a mission. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it's important that after there was this crazy attack that people have their spirits that are high. It's important to bring people together.
Remember, the Nukhbot were still in Israel after 3 days. Remember, in it.
Even October 11th, they committed a massacre outside.
We were under. It was fucked. Not everyone understands even what's really going on here. Think about the first week. Right.
And everyone was expecting something to happen with Hezbollah too. Right. That was
which this is the most. This is the
biggest news.
This is the biggest news. I'm not sure I was here because we were there. We were one of the first unit who came to the border. By the way, it's crazy number. My friend told me that you know how many soldiers were on October 7th before everything started in Lebanon, along the border, from Hermon to Kiryat Shmona.
I was going to guess like 600.
1 battalion, less than 600.
Okay, yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, listen, if Hezbollah had gone in, I'm not sure there's a state of Israel because it would have been crazy.
For sure.
And also, it's not like everyone was ready. The readiness was not there. And most of the top units had run south to try to help with the hostage situation. So you guys are up there. And I know I was told it's very scary. It was very cold. There was no sleeping arrangements. You guys were probably sleeping outside.
I always say the beginning was really tough. We were in the beginning avocado trees, but after that we went to bushes.
Yeah, avocado trees, right.
Sleeping bags, rainy. It was raining. It was really cold. Really cold.
I remember getting those crazy calls.
The first days were challenging.
So you're trying to bring good vibes only with your guitar.
I knew that. I knew that from the first beginning that's what I'm gonna contribute. The first thing. And then Eli and Liba, his wife, decided to bring Ori. And that was, I think I will carry this experience for the last day on earth. 400 paratroopers. And I brought 4 sticks with the flag of Israel. I made a chuppah.
Wow.
This is what I do in Tzfat, right? This is the bar mitzvah I do.
Right.
Chuppah. So I just took me a few seconds to take some few sticks, take a chuppah. And I make sure that I can bring a shofar with me because shofar is the Jewish symbol. And we were there, 400 paratroopers with Sefer Torah. My friends cried. And most of my unit, I always tell that too. Most of my unit are not religious. The opposite. Tzanchanim, it's not Golani. Golani, it's more tradition. And it was something. We just finished the Tanya. The Tanya said, "Anekuda mesoteret," that every Jew has the hidden point inside of him. Right. You saw the nekuda mesoteret coming out like crazy.
I'll never forget. I didn't know who was religious, who wasn't religious, because I was walking around a few weeks later. Every soldier about to go into Gaza, they're wearing tzitzit, and I thought I assumed everyone was religious. I don't know, but then
it's 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
It was right in the beginning.
Right.
Also in my unit.
Right.
I was shocked. Like everything was so strong. And then just after that, the first shishi, me and my friend Hillel, the Gingy, I said, listen, you know what? It goes viral. The video from the bar mitzvah. I said, you know what? Let's try. Let's do it. So we posted the first video on shishi, the first Shabbat Bereshit. First Shabbat.
Right after Simchat Torah, right?
After Simchat Torah. Exactly less than a week. And I said, we are here under the avocado trees. Everyone remember. Why? I remember the first video with the avocado trees.
But you had no idea, like you weren't an Instagram influencer. You have no idea.
1,000 followers. That's it.
Right. So you're, just for people to understand, you're a bar mitzvah singer from Tzfat, right? That's
Yeah.
like you're not making.
Tour guide and music.
Yeah, right.
Music
Okay.
too.
My point is that you're not singing in front of 5,000 people. You're not collaborating with
Not at all.
mega
Not in time.
Instagram influencers. Yeah, right. Okay. So you post that, and then your phone just goes crazy. Like you go into Shabbat, and then
It's crazy. I
right,
opened the phone in Motzei Shabbat. I didn't. It was open because
Right.
it's a war.
right,
But I just, I open it. Everything is blowing up. And stay safe. Leave the numbers away. The support I got, the
Right.
messages. My wife Talia just opened a chat group in WhatsApp. הודעות מרגשות, touching messages. You know what kind of messages we got? And then I said, Noam, this is it. I know what I need to do. And in the beginning, it was every 3 days. We posted something with my friends, with the guitar, with music, with a song.
I know you were doing it for your soldiers, but I can tell you as someone living in America, to see that the soldiers and people in Israel were so strong after having endured such a crazy tragedy, it really was inspiring, because in many cases people would be depressed and not really able to function, and to see people on the front lines really excited and promoting Judaism was incredible.
It is, but I want to put a very special note. We were depressed, it was hard, but we chose
Right.
to overcome, to show
Right.
resilience, and to say, this is what happened. כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד, נכון? It's a very narrow bridge. Tell me about the narrow bridge. I'm in the middle of the narrow bridge. All of the Jewish people all around in Israel, in the Jewish diaspora, but we choose now to show resilience. And חזון העצמות היבשות of יחזקאל, the prophet Yehezkel, everything comes together suddenly, all of a sudden. And think about it, also you. It's not logical, because if it was logical, people will run away from Israel. What happened? The opposite. Every day, tons of airplanes brought people from all around the world to help, to volunteer, to pick vegetables in the fields, to help the farmers. The opposite. What's wrong with these people?
It is pretty crazy. How did you deal with being on the border for a year? Did you feel part of you that you wanted to be in Gaza? I know it was tough for some people that were up north or in Yudav Shomron doing important work,
Yeah.
but not freeing the hostages, not going house to house. Was that tough for you?
For sure that everyone wants to take part. We were sure, by the way. Now, I'm taking you back to October
2023.
23. We were sure that Hezbollah is coming in a second. I don't know if you remember, my friend got killed in Lebanon. I think it was 2 days after October 9th, because Hezbollah terrorists came in. They came to Israel and they killed my friend. Alim was the deputy, its division commander. We did together the sergeant course 21 years ago, and he got killed. And we were sure every morning that tomorrow is the day.
Right.
We used to say, today is the day.
Right.
They will invade today. So think about it. Everyone were sure that it's going to be tomorrow. And Hezbollah is the real party.
Right. And you didn't, and again,
No one wanted to go to Gaza. Gaza, it's a piece of game. It's a piece of, it's
right.
It's kids game.
And also nobody knew about the beepers, right? So you're expecting to have to face 5,000. Right.
Daniel, to the real time in Lebanon. That's what we was training for many years. We did crazy training with Shayeta, with the special units in the IDF. We were ready for. Think about the craziest scenario. That's what we were ready to do. So no one wanted to go to Gaza. But months after months, and especially after the beepers, but everything is a tova.
And I remember being up there. It's hard for people, certainly in America, which I think most of the listeners are. If you actually, unless you went up there before the beeper attack, it's hard to put it into words. Like when you were in a car, you had to drive so fast, because if you went too slow, you could get hit by a rocket. If you're walking around in any of the bases, there's all sorts of the anti-sniper things set up.
That's what happened.
Yeah, right. So it was really, I felt very unsafe being up there. I felt more unsafe up there.
To the north, right?
Yeah, I came a few times, but I felt more unsafe up there than I did next to Gaza.
Baruch.
Yeah, because it was very, very intimidating. Right.
They're terrorists, yeah?
Right.
But they're supported by Iran.
Right.
We discovered when we came to Lebanon, by the way, that 2 days ago was the first yahrzeit of my 4 friends, Yevgeny, Erez, Sagi, and Benjamin. We will always remember them, but it's exactly 2 days ago, a year ago. They got killed in Lebanon from an explosive device. But what we did in Lebanon, we collected so many rockets. Every house, we found in every house, in kids' room, living room, Kalashnikovs, guns, hand grenades, rockets. We took from Lebanon, that's the funniest. I have that in my phone. A truck launched ready with missiles. My friend just turned on the truck and brought it to Israel. We discovered so many crazy things in Lebanon. Lebanon it's a realness. It's a realness.
Especially because the topography, the hills, the mountains,
Forest.
the forest is much different, right?
It's like it's a guerrilla fighting.
Right.
It's like Vietnam. It's crazy. It's not Gaza. Even though Gaza also the underground the tunnel.
The tunnel is right.
But I'm saying that at the end of, especially after the beepers, especially after we killed Nasrallah, the game changed. Everything was changed.
So when did you start traveling to America, and what has that been like meeting Americans? Obviously, you met some people before when you were doing bar mitzvahs, but not at this scale. You didn't know this many people. So what's it been like meeting North America and really the world?
So first of all, it gives me much more pride to feel Jewish. Because when I came, by the way, we are just before Hanukkah. The first time I came to America was Hanukkah exactly 2 years ago. I performed in Park Slope, the largest menorah. It was really special. I was shocked. I just came straight from the field. And suddenly you are coming to New York, no sirens, no nothing. It was really weird, but very special. But I really found out how much you guys, all of you, everyone I met are heroes. Because you can be, everyone are soldiers, right? Chabad, it's really simple because the mindset is to be a soldier. But all of a sudden you see that everyone wants to take part. Everyone are doing so much for the Jewish people. I performed in Montreal. A week after I came, they told me that they raised $170 million in few weeks. The North American Jewish communities.
Now it's been a lot more than that, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
But, at the beginning of the war, that more than me, better than me. So to meet the Jewish people here in America, all around the world is to see how much people were really worried and so much supportive. They show so much care about us. That's amazing to have this huge hug from people.
How many performances have you done to date? What's been your favorite spot so far? Not getting anyone in trouble, but what's been the most memorable? I'll put it that way.
Memorable. That's a good question. So I think that for me, it's to show the Jewish pride. So I think Aruba was very special. At the beach, first day of Hanukkah, exactly a year ago, 1,500 Jewish people, most of them with bikini and bathing themselves at the beach.
Just like Tzfas.
Exactly like Tzfas, the same. But you see the Jewish soul coming out.
Right.
Dancing, and in nowhere, Aruba is close to Venezuela, it's nowhere.
Right.
1,500 people celebrating in Hanukkah. Hanukkah symbolizes more than any other thing the victory of light over darkness. So to be there in nowhere and to perform with my uniform, also again, when people see me as a Jewish soldier, that's for me, I always said, by the way, at the beginning, I used to say every performance before I started, I'm not standing here on my own. I'm standing here on behalf of the IDF soldiers who are fighting right now in Gaza. We are one body, one soul. So it's important for me to tell you guys that I'm here on behalf of my friends, my unit, the IDF soldiers. So many people, by the way, I had a beautiful, also very moving performance in Long Island for 88 Holocaust survivors. I wouldn't believe that you can gather in one room more than 5 Holocaust survivors. One survived Eichmann in Auschwitz, made Aliyah to Israel, was in captivity in Jordan after the War of Independence. He fought in Gush Etzion, in Kfar Etzion, and the Jordanian took him to captivity. And after a year in prison, he was released. And in 1956, he moved to America. So you see a guy with a number from Auschwitz, and he survived also the war in Israel.
They don't make them like that.
There is no story like the Jewish people's story. That's what I always say. And we all should be proud. Should be proud to be Jewish. Baruch Hashem, we live in very special times. Every day is an opportunity.
You're plugged in with your unit with soldiers on the ground. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday. how is everyone doing with PTSD and marital, I don't want to say issues, but marital challenges? What's it been like just for those, because people who read different newspapers, they see different podcasts, and they're not really sure. So as someone who is actively serving in reserves and has a lot of friends across the country, well, how would you put the situation?
I'm sure I can put everything for that. I'm sure that every soldier who fought either in Lebanon or in Gaza suffer from kind of PTSD. The range is very wide, but I'm sure that everyone, I almost got killed twice from rockets attack. And to be around when rockets falling next to you, it's not the nicest experience. Really bad. You know what? Just the sirens. Think about the kids, my kids. I live in Tzfat. Tzfat was fired so many times because of the bases, the intelligence bases in Tzfat.
Right.
Think about my kids. So PTSD, it's something that we all should put on the table and to treat it the best and professionally way. I have a dream. I told you that yesterday. I have a dream that every soldier will go to a retreat, not in Israel. I just saw something that my friends told me. He wrote on Instagram. He said, the first time I felt like I'm released from any kind of worries or something is when I took the airplane, I took the flight to Mexico to rest for a few days. Part of a retreat. People need to go to their normal life. And you see news. Things are getting warm again in Syria now, in Lebanon, because Hezbollah is trying to rebuild his abilities. We must take a break. I think it has to be. Because I have friends that suffering from PTSD from the Second War of Lebanon since 2006. I had a good friend, David, who is still at home. Still at home since 2006. He's still at home. At home, Daniel.
Does he work?
Trying to survive. 40 years old. The best guy, a fighter, Golanchik, a fighter who suffered from PTSD. And think about it, that's 19 years ago. What's going to be now? This is a new generation coming up with PTSD. Think about the kids. I'm 44 years old. Baruch Hashem, I have family. I'm traveled the world. This is a therapy for me. For me, it's therapy. I lost so many friends, so much sorrow to deal with. But for me, it's also not just to make a living and to do a shlichut, to spread this beautiful message of Judaism, but for me, the therapy. But how about those who are now at home or studying college and trying to get back to their life? I just saw my friend Dan. He's a great guy. Just spoke in the Knesset today because there is the issues there.
Is he the one that got pulled off the stage?
No, it's
Someone got dragged out. I saw.
Sweet guy.
Okay.
And he talked about, guys, put attention, give your attention to the reservists. We are going again now in 2 months. I'm still trying to do tests and exams for my first year in college, and this is my third year. So PTSD is something that we should focus on now. All eyes on soldiers.
I agree with you. I want to ask you one question. You brought up something quickly. What's that been like being kind of the old man in the group? If you're obviously there's some older reservists,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people that get out of Sadir, they get out of the regular army. They're 21, travel the world, grow some hair, whatever's going on, and then you're 44. So are you you're basically a father to some of these people?
Yeah, of course. Listen, first of all, I told you that I lost 4 of my friends. So think about it. 2 of them were Yevgeny in my age, 44. He was the company commander. 2 of them were Erez and Binyamin, who just released from the regular army, 23, 24. And they just finished their first duty, the regular army, Sadir, and just came to the war in my reservist battalion.
Right.
And then also Sagi was 30-something, 34. But this is the beauty of the IDF, the diversity. You have everything. I bring my abilities as an adult, responsibility. If someone is really tired, I will go do his mission instead of him. Also, when I was young, when I came first to my battalion as a reservist, when I was 24, 23, I also looked at this guy, the 44 as legends. look, they are carried, that they are taking the heaviest stuff, always. And the contribution of the young people it's amazing. The energy, the thing, again, this is the unique of the IDF. This is why we are unbreakable. Really. This is everything.
What do you have to say about, I'm going to avoid any crazy political questions here, but you got a lot of donations, right? Equipment. Most of your equipment was donated, right?
Drones, mostly for drones.
The army gave you other stuff or no?
The army?
Yeah.
Gar nicht.
Okay.
The army gave us some point vests.
How late in the game?
Because they were vests with kerami.
Right. How late into the game? How long did you go before the army gave you those vests?
I think it was 3 months after the war started when they gave us.
So just...
But nothing, gar nicht.
Yeah. Okay. It's just that way. Let the record state. No, I know. At this point, I know. But I'm just saying, it's always just important to solidify the record because sometimes people don't think they're like, there's no way that was actually true. I'm looking at... No, it's true.
Listen, Daniel, if you also put it on already, so many people, because I brought a lot of money to my unit, Baruch Hashem, and this is a good time to say thank you so much for the Israel friends. They helped me. They are amazing. And Lauren, she's really an amazing lady that helped me a lot. And I just want to say something. That was the hardest question for me since I came to America to answer. The IDF is not giving you equipment. You know how many people asked me that? And I said, no. I'm not blaming. I'm not throwing the IDF under the bus with...
Let me do that. Yeah. You don't have to do that. Yeah.
I don't want to do it because I'm Israeli.
Yeah.
But it was a war. I know I have so many reasons to be melamed zchut.
Right. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's an opportunity for people to help, and that's what it is, yeah.
The drones saved our lives.
Absolutely.
Without the drones, I'm telling you, we couldn't fight without drones. That was the only thing I said. Listen, helmets, it's okay. Vest, it's okay.
I'm going to push you on that, but it's okay. My point is the other one didn't even work.
Yeah.
That's the...
Drones, I was really mad. We all were really mad that we need to beg to get drones.
Mm-hmm. Of course, also, it's not even that expensive, the ones that were able to get.
I bought drones, each one were $25,000. The Evo. Then
2,500, not 25,000.
25,000. The Evo.
Which Evo?
It's the best drone.
Which one?
You don't know it.
I know Evos. They're not 25,000.
There is something that cost me
25,000 shekels, maybe.
$.
No way.
I'm telling you.
Check that after.
I will send you the link.
Thank you to everyone across the whole world that's helped with different things because it takes a lot of people that have donated and helped out, and that's what we were doing at Unit 11741.
I think that's the most moving thing that I saw, the donation of Jewish people all around the world. And by the way, thank God that so many soldiers got to know personal people, because otherwise, if the money would come through organizations, they would never get it.
Right.
For example, we got money from today to today, like both things on the same day.
Right. There were some soldiers running around with my credit card and other it was just because they needed it. Well,
crazy.
But that's Amisra.
That's what I'm telling Daniel.
Yeah.
Every donor, I told him, listen, we couldn't fight without your help. And also you should know that by what you did, because I know that you have your own organization, you did crazy things. And I'm telling you, you saved soldiers' life.
I have one right over there. I could pull it after you see that helmet. Yeah.
This is life-saving.
There's a bullet in it.
That's with the bullet?
Yeah. You can grab it, yeah. You see, it's literally the guy.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
You see? You see?
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you. So this is what you do.
The guy's alive, yeah.
At least about once.
One. Yeah, I have a few others, yeah. But that's, and that was,
That's what I'm talking about. The regular helmet couldn't hold it.
Of course. So I'm actually very excited for the future, God willing. There's so many people in the diaspora who got to meet so many Israelis like yourself, and you can build a further friendship and relationship and really strengthen Am Yisrael. And you found an amazing way to do it through music and having an unbelievable social media that can bring people together and get people excited. What was that like to sing for Chabad Sitin in Times Square?
First of all, everywhere I go, I say that for the kids, because kids is everything. And I say, kids, you are the future of the Jewish people. This is the future. We are doing as best that we can. But this is the story of the Jewish people, the continuing, in midor ledor. right?
Right. Generation to generation.
Exactly. And for me to sing, sitting, by the way, it was the first and the only and the last time I felt like a superstar because kids knows how to give love. And when I came
And that's the crowd that loves Instagram too.
Exactly.
They're all over Instagram.
there,
Yeah.
and to sing there, you know how many kids cried? How many parents WhatsApp me or called me or send me messages on Instagram. Thank you for what you did to my kid. Now, by the way, I did sit in Europe a month ago in Budapest. One kid came to me and told me, listen, I live in Belgium. Belgium, Zichronah Livracha, rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's it. Belgium is totally Arab. He told me I'm the only Jewish student in my school, 450 kids. Most of them are Muslims. And I hid my identity, but after October 7th, someone found out that I'm Jewish. So then I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm Jewish. I'm proud Jewish. I started to take lessons of Kung Fu and self-defense, and I'm so proud. And he came to the Shabbat and he said, to be here in Shabbat with 400 Jews, that's everything for me. And it gave me so much strength. So for me to sing with kids, with teens, this is my passion. I want to do campuses too. That's my dream. To go from campus to campus.
Gonna need some heavy security, but yeah, you could do it.
I'm never afraid, never worried. I sang for Rutgers, New Jersey.
No protests?
There was something outside. And not Milvado.
Absolutely.